Hey, let's talk about organic chemistry and biochemistry, but just a little bite-sized introduction for physical science. This is based on Physical Science, Ohio Academic Content Standards, Matter, number 4, and Holt Physical Science, Chapter 6, Section 4. It's me, Moser, and after this video, you should be able to identify organic compounds as chemical compounds containing carbon, identify carbohydrates, amino acids, lipids, and proteins as organic compounds important for life. Recall that hydrocarbons are organic compounds made of only carbon and hydrogen. Distinguish between monomers and polymers, and contrast amino acids and proteins. Oh yeah, I forgot to write it, but you should also be able to talk a little bit about the difference between biochemicals and just plain old organic chemicals. More on that later. So organic chemicals, let's start there. These are compounds that are based on carbon, usually with hydrogen and oxygen, and there are a whole lot of organic chemicals that contain only carbon and hydrogen. We call those hydrocarbons. Very creative. Hydrocarbons aren't the whole show, though. There are also carbon compounds that contain nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. But let's start with the hydrocarbons. There are a number of hydrocarbons that you know and have actually probably interacted with. Let's start with this one, methane. What is methane? Well, for one thing, it's the gas that decomposing organic matter, like stuff in a landfill, gives off. It sometimes gets burned off for energy, and it's also what makes up cow farts. Oh boy. It's really simple. It's one carbon bonded to 4 hydrogens. So, just carbon, just hydrogen, that's a hydrocarbon. Ethane is another really important hydrocarbon. It's also pretty simple. Now we got 2 carbons bonded to some hydrogens. And where do we know ethane from? Well, you don't see ethane as directly. It's a component of natural gas. When they pull natural gas up out of the earth, it's a combination of methane and ethane. Most of that ethane goes to places like the cracker plant in Beaver. And it gets made into plastic bags and plastic containers and plastic buckets. It's really pretty important in our world today. Propane is one that you definitely know, and you've probably handled it. You've probably lit it on fire. You might have cooked something over it. Where do we use propane? Well, of course, in our grills, in furnaces, in a lot of places. It's 3 carbons bonded to hydrogens. Again, it's pretty simple, but it's pretty widely used. The last hydrocarbon we'll talk about is butane. And butane is one that you've probably seen or handled, or at least seen handled. It's what you find in this lighter. That's butane. These are all simple hydrocarbons, and they're all things that are around us every day. But you wouldn't drink butane. You wouldn't put propane into your soda. No, that would be really weird. So these are hydrocarbons, but they're not things that interact particularly well with living things. But wait, we're carbon-based life forms. That's right. All life on this planet. Humans, poison dart frogs, really cool, weird purple starfish, otters, dragonflies, ancient trees, dandelions, earthworms, you name it. Every living thing that you've ever seen, touched, petted, talked to, etc., it was a carbon-based life form. So, let's talk about biochemicals. Biochemicals are the chemicals used in living things and that move through living systems. And this includes everything from proteins to DNA, carbohydrates, we've all heard of those, and lipids, better known as fats. So because we are carbon-based life forms, the things that we eat, the chemicals that work in our body and have activity in our body, are carbon-based. So let's do a quick comparison. If we're talking about something that's just carbon and hydrogen and oxygen, that's usually not a biochemical. That's usually more of a hydrocarbon. Though there are some things we eat that are just carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. If you've ever had popcorn fried in oil, oils and fats are carbon and hydrogen and oxygen. When we see carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen plus some other ingredients, usually nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, those are most often biochemicals. And those are things like the fats that make up your cell membranes, your very own DNA and RNA, and a whole lot. Things like the neurotransmitters that help tell your brain what to do. Those are all biochemicals. As you can imagine, with carbon-based life forms, there's a lot of overlap between just plain old organic chemicals and biochemicals. That's beyond the scope of this class, but you'll get there eventually, some of you. So let's talk a little bit about amino acids and proteins. To do that, we have to talk about two vocabulary words, polymer and monomer. A polymer is a chemical substance that's made up of many repeating smaller units. Remember that poly means many. Those smaller units that make up the polymer are the monomers. Mono, of course, you know this, means one. So if we look at this nice little chain of paper clips that somebody built here, that represents our polymer. And the individual paper clips would be our monomers. Now, why do I introduce this? Because proteins are polymers, and the monomers that they're made of are called amino acids. So what are proteins really? Wow, they're these crazy, bendy, curvy, twisty, whacked out looking molecules. Well, they're actually long chains of amino acids that are then folded, and all living things make protein. You, ladybugs, maple trees, earthworms, bacteria, you name it, every living thing on this planet makes proteins the same way, and they're all amino acid chains. So to talk a little bit more about it, proteins are biochemicals that living things make and use in biological processes. Everything from clotting blood to digesting food, forming scabs, and as a matter of fact, building things like hair and nails and skin and muscles. And those proteins that your body is building and that earthworms and bacteria and maple trees are building, they're the exact same chemical compounds that you eat when you eat meat, beans, eggs, and any other food that contains protein. That's kind of cool. Okay, can you now identify organic compounds as chemical compounds containing carbon, identify carbohydrates, amino acids, lipids, those would be fats, and proteins as organic compounds important for life? Recall that hydrocarbons are organic compounds made of only carbon and hydrogen, and distinguish between monomers and polymers. Can you contrast amino acids and proteins? If you feel that you can't do any of those things, review your notes, check the book, and ask for help. Okay, bye.